these nights, bulldozers bring...
What do you think tribal sovereignty means? What do you think tribal sovereignty means in the 21st century? And how do we resolve conflicts between tribes and the federal and state government?
Tribal sovereignty, you've been given sovereignty and you're viewed as a sovereign entity. And therefore, the relationship between the federal government and tribes is one between sovereign entities.
And finally tonight, bulldozers breaking holes in the Berlin Wall. What 4 days ago...
Thank you very much, and I do wish you a very enjoyable Michael House today. Instructions for your convenience.
Viewed as a sovereign entity. And therefore, the relationship between the federal government and tribes
the digital world around us, possibly, thinking about how we're constantly exposed to different sounds, everyday sounds, and how you've kind of brought that to our attention by putting all those sounds together.
Politics of it, maybe, like the radio, overarching themes. Yeah, popular culture, I guess. Kind of entertainment.
Urgency, I'd say. Urgency, pace and urgency. Maybe, yeah.
It definitely made me think about the information world, like information technology. Certainly with the news report and time with the clock. I guess there was an implicit theme of information technology and interacting with it.
So when I first entered the room and audio started happening, it's kind of quite, you don't know how you're affecting it, so you kind of, you're just kind of exploring for a while. And afterwards you start to kind of realise how it works, and it's kind of become more like a fun toy. But yeah, at the beginning it's quite kind of surprising because you don't expect audio to come from nowhere, and it's kind of nice and spatial in 3D, so it's kind of nice to wander around and explore how new moving in the space affects the audio in the space.
I find it really fun, just being able to play around with it, like that kind of thing in, I don't know, in a gallery or in a open exhibition space would be really cool to play with.
You kind of step up to it, a little bit nervous, and then the kind of sounds that come off it, they're disjointed, they kind of make you feel a bit uneasy, and then you sort of realise they're reacting to you as you move around it, and you feel kind of exploratory. And then I guess human instinct, because we're kind of around machines and stuff, so you move from kind of exploratory into, what's the word, kind of testing it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I found it really compulsive. I found the more I used it, the more I wanted to use it and play with it.
Okay. To begin with, no. But towards the end, you start to kind of work out how your movements affect it. So, a little bit, but because there's a few of you in the space, you're kind of all interacting together, so it's kind of, you know, kind of interesting canvas where you're all kind of contributing your own kind of movements to the sound.
Yeah, I did, and I guess that's why it was compulsive. I like the distance movement. I almost wanted to be able to interact with the 4 channels more at the same time, rather than being stuck on one channel each. But I think that was the nice thing about the 4 of us walking around, is that people started to see where, say, I was walking and stand still and then play with their sound, and then you collaboratively play with it.
I think basically, yeah, like I was saying, at the end, because as people are used to interacting with kind of machines, by the end of it, you sort of you get what it's doing, sort of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Which is, and then you start to kind of realise that you have some kind of control over it.
Yeah, in control in the sense that like you then learn like how close you need to be to hear the sound that you want to hear. So the car sound, you need to be so far away from it, and then you know your brain after a while you learn where you need to be in order to create that sound, which is really cool. So you do feel in control of it once you've had enough time to play. It's really cool.